going on, flunkies? I'm back like I never left.
You didn't leave. Don't you know? Nathan's actually an android, everybody. I programmed him because I've always wanted an older brother. Being the oldest brother was not fun, so I programmed an older brother. And he just for the purpose of this podcast, I deprogram him and he shuts down at night. And he just sits there in the chair. He's like an animatronic machine from Chuck E. Cheese that I just podcast with.
Yeah, you can tell I've had better years. I need to come in for a tune-up. My voice is kind of decelerating.
Yeah, right? You can hear it right now. It's it's sounding like the possum time from Goofy movie.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
Possum time.
Eventually, I'm just going to break over. Something's going to spark out of my back, and I'll catch this chair on fire.
And then we sell possum hats.
And then we bring back the 90s term because they rhymed, awesome possum.
Awesome possum.
You remember every basic bitch that used to use that? Because it seemed to be a generic term.
That and YOLO, dude.
Oh, that was even after that, though.
I know.
YOLO.
I don't remember.
YOLO.
Awesome possum, though. I don't remember. That seemed like more of a movie term. I never really heard people say in real life.
Oh, dude. When I was in, that was like 7th or 10th grade. And I remember that was like I don't know what to say here, but I think you're kind of cute. Awesome possum.
I just remember the cool beans phase. That was the phase that hit my youth in elementary school.
Funny you should mention that. I got a good story about that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, story time.
Story time, guys.
We get in, I'm trying to think. This is when I was married. So one of my ex's family members were out there.
Mm-hmm.
And they ran like some food delivery thing, whatever,
catering
business.
company.
Yeah. So they make beans
using them chafing dishes.
Yeah, so they make beans. She tried to copyright cool beans.
Well, sorry, but your ex-in-laws and family members were not the brightest people.
Just to, yeah.
They had the intelligence of cool beans.
They were neither hot nor delicious.
No. They tried to who was it who tried, Paris Hilton tried to copyright That's Hot? That's what the equivalent of that is. I guess that's probably why she thought that would work.
Didn't she? I thought she did.
I don't think she actually could because it was such a fucking common thing that you couldn't trademark it. I don't think she did get
the trademarking thing for dumb items like that make you wonder what their lives are leading up to that. Who do you have around me? Oh my God, Paris, you used it again. That's so good. You should trademark it, and then you'll get money.
Yeah, it is a very weird. The trademark intellectual property, getting it trademarked, and so other people can't use it is such a weird thing. I know universities and stuff, and different universities and professional teams have their mascots trademarked, and if you want to use their logos and stuff, you have to get permission from them and so, in order to use them. I know a buddy who's high school had the same kind of wildcat that the K-State has, right?
Okay.
And after a while, the K-State was just yeah, we don't want you using that anymore. They just told them they couldn't use the design of the logo, so they had to find a new cat to put on their helmet.
Oh, so they just get a cat, they use the same one and make a mohawk on it and be totally different.
Yeah, exactly. You just make it look like Lion-O's cat.
Yeah.
That he rides.
Or can you just change the color schemes? Be well, ours is black and green, yours is blue and silver. Totally different.
No, that was the thing, though. They had a different color scheme. It's the actual pattern and logo.
Oh.
Yeah, so you just use the K-State cat, the logo of that cat, even if it's different colors. Because they have that design copyrighted.
Yeah, excuse me, sir. When you asked to use this, we didn't realize you were going to refer to your logo as Puss Puss.
Puss Puss?
We can't be down with that cause.
Well, you gonna take down Puss Puss Industries?
We're deep into
Puss Industries. We're all about getting that puss.
That sounds like a radio station. Puss Puss, rocking your puss.
Welcome to 101, the Puss Puss. Are you ready to sink your claws into another hour of awesome music? Wow!
All right, it's 6 o'clock. You know what that means? Cat scratch fever.
Just every hour on the hour, they play Catch Fever.
Yeah.
And every half hour they play fucking Don't Mess with Son of Bitch. Don't go messing with a son of a bitch, because they're warning all the cats not to mess with dogs.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
And then
It's a very weird radio station.
I know the way you just played that, I feel like Eric Clapton's Cocaine has to be in that mix.
Yeah, that's what we should do, Nathan. We should just start our own radio station.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guarantee you we could take over like an AM or FM. It's pretty easy. I mean, I'm basing this all off of King of the Hill when Dale Gribble gets his own radio station. Like, he does that, and it's no problem. So, and he did it pretty much effortlessly. So I was like, maybe we can get our own radio station, and we'll just get the rights to play like only 10 songs. So we'll basically just play a Spotify playlist on the radio all the time.
Well, we can get C-Rock, so that way we can alternate hours. Back this hour's for the dudes.
Yeah.
All right, it's Cock Rock hour. Let's go. And then the next hour, you're going to play like poppy 80s song. It's Cunt hour.
Right, and since there's 72 genders, we can actually have 72 different hours of program music for that. Oh, hi, everybody. This is my cat. This is Sweeney Todd. He decided to jump up in my lap while we're in the middle of this recording. Wave hi, Sweeney. Now go away, please. I'm doing work. That was my puss.
I was going to say, Puss joins us.
DJ Sweeney Todd. Bringing you the Zimzer Hour.
He's taking a break from mixing hard on the ones and twos to say, sup.
Dude, yeah, we could program 72 hours of music for each different gender. We could be the most inclusive radio channel of all fucking time.
Fuck yeah, man!
Ran by two white males.
That's right. I can tell you, yeah. There's 72 hours, and certain people, let's say, I don't know, like a Latino dude checks in, he's like, fuck, I just missed my hour. I gotta wait 3 days.
Yeah, goddamn. I appreciate the diversity of music, but it sucks having to wait for my hour to come along.
I mean, we could dick people over hard, too. Be like, oh, we didn't say the age gender. Today, for cis white male, we're playing Bach.
we just pick all the super lame music too. Like, we don't play hits. We play obscure alternative stuff, man.
Yeah. Why not?
This is the greatest idea we've ever had. Podcasting is getting old, guys. Everybody is into podcasting now. Everybody's got a podcast. You know what nobody has? AM radio stations. Nathan, that market is open. We can steal it.
It's wide open. Dude, you know what? And then we can move in to newspapers. We're moving up. You start little, and then you go big.
They're going to start making a comeback, dude. People are quitting social medias. They're getting tired of it. If quarantine does anything, maybe it'll actually make people quit social media. Now, I say that knowing full well I have family members who have gotten on social medias now because they're so fucking bored with them.
Yeah, and that's why people are leaving. Just like everybody left Facebook because your fucking grandparents and your parents all joined and requested to be your friend. You're like, well, I got to find something else. You got Twitter. And then everybody just shits on each other. Like, well, I got to get off this. And get on Instagram. Oh, well, now everybody's starting to shit out. I miss the food. I can't do this anymore. So what's going to happen? There's going to be a food section in the newspaper. Sports, it's just going to be about X Games until the actual X Games happen. Then it won't be about X Games.
Yeah, that's a good point. Man, I miss X Games. Yeah, we could do a whole spread about X Games and dude, that's what we should get into too, is just betting the odds on the X Games. I know,
yeah,
Vegas definitely has odds on them, but we could really corner that market.
Yeah, but wait, you're not understanding what I'm saying. We will never talk about the X Games when the X Games are going on. We only talk about them during the off season.
That's a good point. So we're covering training stories because
Yeah.
nobody wants to cover that when it's not happening. So the guys are starving for more attention. That makes sense. I like it.
Yeah, you want to know what the Flying Tomato's doing right now?
What is he doing, Nathan? Tell me.
His
What is his diet like?
I don't know. He got engaged.
Oh, did he? Ooh.
Yeah, I saw that somewhere.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, we could do this AM radio thing. I mean, we could definitely get a wide open. We could do it right now, dude. I'm telling you,
We're doing it right now. Like what we do right now is fucking it. The only difference is we couldn't curse.
No, we could still do it. AM. Nobody listens to AM, so you can.
We could call it the cunt hour if we want. We could call it the old people need to die off hour.
Exactly. I mean, okay, these are the fucking. I'm trying to look up the best like AM radio, top AM radio shows. Oh, I put stations. That's why AM radio shows. I want to know what the best shows are because I guarantee we could do better than them. Okay, here are the top most popular songs according to something. Not songs. There's the Morning Edition, which is formatted news magazine.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the group New Edition made a radio show.
New Edition. And to the end. That's not New Edition.
That's Boys to Men.
Yeah. They're better than New Edition. That's why I went with them instead.
Okay.
You know it. Don't act like they're not better. Boys to Men is way better than New Edition.
Boys to Men, Water Runs Dry, best love-making song out there.
Which is also a double entendre. Because when that water runs dry, the lovemaking is over.
Or the pain starts. Depends on how much of a misogynist you are. Wait, that's not the word I wanted.
But Morning Edition is the number one at 13.1 million listeners. Then there's the Marvin Levin Show, which is a conservative talk radio. Boring. The Glenn Beck Show.
Political bullshit.
Yeah, like I think AM is mostly used for.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to be like, and Wolf Blitzer Show.
Yeah, well, and then Coast to Coast. Those are the top 4.
Oh, Space Ghost is still around?
Yeah, dude. Coast to Coast.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's no wonder we haven't heard from him. And it's on Paranormal Talk Radio, so that explains why Space Ghost is there.
Jeez, Brack and Zorak and Space Ghost all been jamming out right under our nose.
Kiss my ass, pig.
Why aren't you all dead yet? Oh, yeah, it's only Tuesday.
I'm a bagel beat. I go good with me, and I'm hot for you, baby.
God, I miss that show. It's so good.
Fantastic.
Ahead of its
I can't
time.
find it anywhere. I don't know if you can find it on Adult Swim still, like on their website.
I don't
maybe.
think so. It was ahead of its time, and I guarantee you go back to watch now, there would be like take it down chants.
Oh God, there's gotta be. Like I'm surprised they play as much Aqua Teen Hunger Force as they still do, because there's some shit in there you're like, oh my God.
Well, I mean that any like cartoon like that, because I mean shit. Go back to South Park early days.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. South Park is still fantastic though. Those early seasons hold up still so nicely.
Well, they're all the funnier now that you can't talk about some of the stuff they did.
Oh yeah, dude, it's fantastic. Yeah, but we could totally get into AM radio. We should just start doing that. Should we make an AM friendly radio version of this podcast?
Oh, dude, yeah, I could do that. I could go through and add some beeps. Just deep, deep.
Do you think they probably won't even let us say you sir on AM radio?
Sir, we need a longer beep there. When you say rock your cock off with cock rock,
when
yeah,
you
that requires
to the
beeps.
mentally handicapped, we refer you not say retarded.
Oh, I thought it was always a re, not a ruh.
No, it's retarded.
Oh, okay.
You bloody Americans with your butchering of our language. See, this is why no one wants to...
proper to not speak this way.
British people are so insulted right now. They're like, we don't listen to AM radio. Fuck off.
Yeah. We don't listen to AM. We don't listen to FM. We listen to Starlink.
Starlink.
Is that a thing? I know Tesla's put up a shit ton of satellites for Starlink, and it's for the internet.
What is Starlink?
That's what Tesla's setting up to have worldwide Wi-Fi, basically. Internet access across the world, no matter where you are. They put up a fuck ton of satellites already.
Oh, I was hoping it was like a Star Fox and Link crossover game that was going to be really cool for the next iteration.
Everybody just starts talking in like wingdings, just
yeah. Well, now I'm just bummed. I don't care about internet for everybody.
I'm sorry, we haven't gotten to the evolutionary period where a little fucking fox and a penguin communicate where one doesn't try to eat the other.
That's true. Would a fox eat a penguin? I
Fuck
think
yes.
So. You're probably right.
I mean, come on, it's a fucking fox.
What will the fox eat?
By the way, our new sponsor.
Oh, we have a sponsor?
Yeah,
Huh? Who?
Fox.
Oh, Fox. Our AM radio. Dude, does Fox News and like Fox in general just own? Because Fox is owned by Disney now, right? Or just a part of Fox?
I don't know, dude.
I think they just own 20th Century Fox now. Disney owns. What doesn't Disney own anymore?
Wait, they own 20th Century Fox. Like, holy shit, are you serious?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Real estate company?
That's yeah. I mean, I always never put that together. That there is a 20th century music. Yeah, who knew? Fuck.
They got those big fucking wooden signs they put in people's yard. Like, yeah I'm gonna sell this bitch.
That you get brain damage if you run into.
Yeah, because they put that hard ass tin sign on it.
Dude, did I ever tell you that story?
No.
Oh, dude, when I was like first learning to ride my bike, right? Like when we first
What the
were
fuck
moving
were you
out
doing
of
riding
Jenny.
in the yard?
I used to ride
Hey,
down all
Mom,
the time.
I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go.
What are you talking about? Yeah, I used to do that all the time, man.
It was in the middle of the fucking yard.
It wasn't in the middle of the yard. It was out by the sidewalk.
It's not like it was hanging over like a fucking.
It wasn't. But what was happening?
The way you just described it made me think it was like one of those little subway deals. You got to fucking walk through and just. Okay, Tom, that's one extra that passed through, and you're just running by going, bing.
Well, Nathan, I would just finish watching Star Wars: A New Hope, and I saw Luke Skywalker training with his eyes closed. Now, as a young man who believed he had a high midichlorian count and could sense his way around the yard.
No, you didn't know that until the Phantom Menace, okay?
No, I knew that. I knew that then even. I knew what a midichlorian round.
I
That's how I
helped
was
make
such
it.
a Jedi.
I helped make it when I was 6. It explains why the premise was shit.
Exactly. I wrote into George Lucas and he's like, "This kid's onto something."
Oh, well,
Midichlorians,
I'll need to go back and make edits, and midichlorians sound fucking fantastic.
Explaining that'll add 30 more seconds to the movie, and God knows we need it. What about a tall giraffe? What about a giraffe-looking underwater creature that speaks broken English? That'll work.
And he speaks like he's a ruh, not a re.
No, ruh.
Miss, I got the
There's a bunch of ruh-ruhs in this movie.
Oh, shit.
This world is filled with too many ruhs.
Not enough re's. Just a bunch
Darth
of
Vader
ruhs.
just blew up a whole planet of ruhs. That's all that this was.
That re just blew up all those ruhs.
The ruhs did the reason. But no, I saw Luke. I saw Luke Skywalker. He trained with his fucking mask on. So
I
was
thought
like,
you were gonna say you saw that because you fucking hit your head and you made up something.
No, Nathan. I was trying to see if I could guide my bike using the Force. So I closed my eyes and took my hand and let Jesus take the wheel.
You know what? Sometimes this is why.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should just let your kids fucking die.
Maybe. But yeah, no, my bike just kind of guided itself into, and that was the Lord knocking some sense into me. He was being a father figure and was like, "Boy, open your eyes."
Jeez. Like, if kids are left to their own devices, like, you know what? They're going to thin themselves out. Like, you have a bunch of them. The smart ones survive by going, hey, this re's going to do something.
No, it's a ruh.
Oh, the ruh. The re's sit back and go, hey, watch this dumb ruh go do it.
This ruh. Yeah. So yeah, and then I did that, and that's what. And that it turns out those tin sides are a lot heavier duty than they realize. And then I knew that later on in life, and that's what made it fun shooting pellet guns out of people's cars at them.
Oh, fuck.
Made great drive-by target practice.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, everybody does stupid shit. It's funny you mentioned that shooting pellet guns out of car. You were in a car shooting out of it?
No. Okay, when I was part of some people. Let's see here. How long?
So wait,
I need time.
Wait, I gotta
what
ask.
year
So
did
when
this
you were in
happen?
the Crips and you were doing your first drive-by and practicing with pellet guns, how'd it go?
Well, I shot a stop sign one time with this. This is like one of the most terrifying things ever. I remember being I think it was still in high school.
Yeah, because you're alerting a neighborhood. There's like a a werewolf attack or something.
Yeah.
Bing, 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 bing,
Bing,
bing.
bing, bing.
It's like ringing a fucking bell.
I was telling people to bring out the dead. And I was, but like I remember shooting a stop sign, and then I was with my buddies one night, and they were like the ones that look like those BB guns that look like handguns that were powered by like air. What do you call them? They weren't like BB guns. They were BB guns, but
The airsoft guns.
they're not. Is that what it's still called? Because airsoft
With the
to me is like
CO2?
yeah. But
Yeah,
they
yeah,
show
yeah.
up BBs. Like it wasn't like
Oh, it's just a pellet gun. Yeah.
it was a pellet gun, but it shot with CO2. That's kind of what. Like I don't know exactly.
Yeah,
what
it's like a crossbreed between a BB gun and a paintball gun.
Yeah, basically. And they make these things look as much like fucking guns as possible. Like you put the CO2 cartridge in the fucking part where you would put a clip in a gun, and then you just load the BBs up and you pull it back like to put one in the chamber. I mean, it acts like a gun. You could probably train a lot of people how to use a gun, like the bare basics of it, not like the whole mechanics. But you could teach people how to use a gun with this thing. And
yeah.
I shot like a stop sign because my buddy's like, "Hey, check it out," and we were like on like his corner, like, "Oh, we'll just aim at that stop sign." So I shot it, and then like that was the end of it. I was like, "Oh, cool, whatever." Like it's not that cool when you've actually shot real guns and killed a duck before. You're just like, "Huh, this is not fulfilling."
Yeah, when you get
I
to
don't get
see
to
somebody
eat
else.
anything.
Yeah, you get to do that, and then you get to see somebody murder something. Like, this is just a tangent, but I remember going duck hunting, shooting something, Dad grabbing it, wringing its neck, and the body goes flying, and he's just holding the head and neck.
Yeah.
And you're just staring at that at like age 13 going, you decapitated the thing with your hand.
Yep. Yeah, dude, I remember that fucking shit. It's crazy, like what you do, like when you get a duck, because you got to put it out of its misery, so you just fucking break its neck.
Yeah.
The first time I shot one, that's what Grandpa, like my first duck I killed, Grandpa put it, like pal brought it back and put it, like Grandpa handed me the duck. He's like, "Well, you shot it, you kill it," and it's like, I thought I did kill it, and he's like, "No, it's still alive. It's suffering. The longer you let it like that, the more it's gonna suffer." And I was like,
And then I put it in the ice box to let the suffering continue and feel good about myself.
Oh,
like
no,
I put it in there and I had a great day. Like,
yeah, yeah. But that's what I snapped that fucking bitch's neck.
oh man, the things hunting teach you, man. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I have a respect for where my food comes from. At least I know like what it takes to actually make food. People don't have any connection to the fact that meat you get from McDonald's is a fucking living thing.
Oh, dude, that's like the people that, if you go buy all that Tyson shit,
Yeah.
the slaughterhouse that they have.
That's
they
more
actually,
brutal than what hunters do.
Oh, fuck, dude. There's a fucking guy that walks down there, and I'm sorry, if you don't for a second think Tyson, the food corporation, is keeping killers off the fucking street, you're dead fucking wrong, because where else can you go and legally slit things' throat and go, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Just walking down the line, you look like Jack the Ripper to those fucking cows, and you do it every day.
Tyson, we keep murderers off the streets, so you don't have
That's right.
to.
Like, that should be the place you go if you're from a halfway house. Like, oh, what'd he do? Well, he killed 6 people, but they pardoned him in good behavior. Where's he going?
The
slaughterhouse.
slaughterhouse.
He's going right to the slaughterhouse. Or he can go to the pigs. He can catch them and just fucking gut them, because we need that ham.
Yeah, we need ham.
You go ham on the fucking piggies there, and, they're fucking delicious.
But what happened afterwards, what some of my buddies did, I remember, like, they showed up one day, and they were like, "Oh, dude, check it out. We made the paper." And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Like, they made paper? They cut down a tree and cut it really thin?
Yeah, dude. No, they made their own newspaper. See, they were ahead of the time. They didn't realize the newspaper
Oh,
was
they
going to
did-
fall,
oh,
and they
shit,
bought
man.
into it too early. So
They didn't make a zine? They went right to the newspaper?
Right
Like,
to
that
newspaper.
zine shit's bull.
Yeah, they were like, "This is fucking stupid."
All right. But no, they made the newspaper for
They
what?
made the newspaper, and they showed me this article where it's like $2,000 worth of damage to car vehicle windows done on this street. They
We
apparently
made the
just
newspaper.
kept going up and down streets shooting out car windows with these fucking guns.
I love it. And like, hey, dude, what happened to that? Oh, I laminated it? It's weird, though. The cops came and talked to me. My name was never mentioned.
Yeah. It was really weird because they were like, "Hey, we did property damage." And I was like, "I hit two home runs last night in the ball game I was playing in. We were both made the paper for something, huh?
Yeah. Oh, shit. Here, I got a call I got to take. Riff for a second.
Oh, man. Here we are. I'm riffing by myself, you know. You know, guys, you do some dumb things when you're a kid. And sometimes you make the right decision by not being at those. So kids, never feel like you should go out with your friends. Never give in to peer pressure. Sometimes it's good to stay home because you miss out on something that you could be held accountable for later. And luckily, I was never held accountable for that. So thank God that happened. You know. Yeah, I don't like this vamping shit that Nathan's got me doing right now. I don't know. He's probably trying to make a deal or no deal over there on the phone. He's calling one of those FM radio stations right now, trying to win a pass to the Iowa State Fair. I don't think Nathan knows the Iowa State Fair's been canceled yet. But he's trying to get free tickets from an FM station. He's going to do it, though. He's just got to answer what the last 5 years butter statues were made out of. That's right. He's just got to get those 5 things. If he can give us the last 5 years butter winning statue. That's a real thing. They make a butter cow every year at the Iowa State Fair. And I always wonder, what the fuck do they do with that butter after that? You know what? While he's doing that, I'm going to look up, what do they do with the butter cow? Do they melt it down? Do they use it? Do they butter toast with it later? So, like, I know there's a bread making
you butter
contest.
everything.
I know there's a bread buttering contest, or not a bread buttering contest, but a bread making contest. So at the did you wear the Iowa State Fair tickets? I know you were calling that FM station.
Actually, no, that was the producer for the local K station on AM.
Oh, nice. What did he say?
Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot use it in the terms of cunt or cock rock. That would be against the code.
Oh, what a ruh.
Yeah. So he was definitely ruh.
Yeah, that dude's a ruh for sure. I'm not down with that guy.
Take it from a re. You are a ruh.
You are a ruh. Yeah. Well, now I'm just wondering now. I don't. But can you? But what do they do with the butter cow at the end of every Iowa State Fair?
Oh, they fucking eat him. I guarantee you somebody kills that thing.
Dude, Nathan, the butter cow isn't an actual cow. You know that, right? It's an actual cow statue made out of butter.
I don't know. When you say a fucking cow, I've never gone to the Iowa State Fair because everything I've heard about that is one of two things. Everything's deep fat fried and everybody's a fat fuck.
Well, it's nice, and that's why I go, because you just get drunk and you eat horrible food like deep-fried Oreos, which are fucking delicious.
Jesus, yeah, and that's the exact thing that I wonder, because everybody goes up there and goes, it's so fun. Why am I so fucking overweight, and why do I have stage 2 diabetes?
I don't know, but, our tax dollars should definitely help pay for their insulin.
Their insulin's coming from depleting that butter cow, which now, if it's not an actual cow, I'm assuming it's just a solid slab of fucking butter.
Yeah, it is just a giant. It's a whole
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
cow made out of butter, dude.
There's just people walking up with fried food like, hey, darling, look at this, and rubbing their fucking double-breaded corn dog against it, buttering that thing up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I want to know. What do they do with it? Oh, when the fair ends, Hubble says the butter was packed up, disposed properly, but in years past, the State Fair and American Dairy Association teamed up with Mount Union University, recycles the butter and turns it into biodiesel. Well, you could turn fucking butter into biodiesel. How are we running out of gas?
Okay, now this brings up another thing, because there's those people out there, butter's actually really good for you.
Oh, that's what they did in Ohio, it looks like. I'm guessing.
Okay, but still, I got people at my fucking office that run in and go, butter's really good. And they're putting fucking butter in their goddamn coffee. Like, it actually helps with your metabolism and all that shit.
It does.
Apparently it also fucking helps trucks run. Fuck that. Don't eat that shit. We'll just pour straight ether down your throat.
Are you telling me, Nathan, that you don't believe things that can make a diesel truck fire aren't good for the old ticker? I don't believe you
No,
in a
they are totally not. Now, if you want something that's good for you, chug that bottle of antifreeze, because goddamn it, Fireball's delicious.
Fireball. So you know what? I've basically just been in a car. No wonder I'm running so good. I've been taking care of myself for a fucking year. Just eating buttered toast, drinking Fireball. I am a car. I am. They've been wondering how to mesh man and machine together for years. I am man and machine.
You just got to figure out what the fuck oil is to your body.
I feel like they're just saying they're getting people used to putting biodiesel butter into themselves. So I'm just gonna call butter now biodiesel from now on. Hey, we passed the biodiesel.
You're just gonna fucking one day people are gonna start fucking just farting, and that fart's gonna produce like a fucking black coal roll that a fucking diesel truck puts out. I mean, you'll just fumigate your fucking house with just soot.
This is why Dick Cheney's still alive. He's just eating butter as biofuel, and that's what's keeping that fucking thing pumping his heart.
Well, that, and he actually got a job outside the slaughterhouse floor where he hunts his friends.
I'm going to take another prisoner out today, guys.
It's okay. I'll wring his neck.
Yeah.
He won't
Blackwater, now in business with Tyson.
They got sponsorships. They now have a red vest instead of orange ones with the little yellow outline.
SEAL Team Tyson in the house.
Oh,
dude,
shit.
that's crazy. I didn't know you could turn butter into biodiesel. I'm so like butter to biodiesel. Because okay, what they figured out, this is what blows my mind, right? So we've been trying to figure out for years how to make an alternative fuel source. But like they're recycling butter to turn it into a biodiesel.
For cars or for us?
I don't know. Well, either way, this is just my, like, I don't know. They just made things into things, right? Like they're finding alternative fuel sources for cars, for all sorts of things. So butter can be turned into biodiesel, but we can't figure out how to get salt out of salt water and make it drinkable.
Oh, you put it through Mr. Coffee, apparently. I watched Waterworld. Worked perfect.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that. You just put a Keurig cup in there and it filters it.
Filters everything out.
Scientists... here. In an effort to find out, the scientists removed the fat from the quarter ton of butter and converted it into fatty acid ether. Ether? What is this? How would you pronounce this? E-S-T-E-R.
It's ether.
Is that ether?
Ether.
Ether.
Just, take out the S. It's just ether.
But there's no H there.
I don't know. We always said ether in the military.
Right, but that's how you say. But that is ether though. E-S-T-E-R.
Yeah.
See, I'm fucking 28 years old. And how I went through a public education system. They say it worked, but I would never guess that's ether because there's no fucking H after the T. Hey, ether. If you're going to sound like ether, fucking put an H in there.
Oh man.
I'm very upset right now.
It's just, you have an E-S-T-E-R?
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking this up.
I'm very upset. If that's ether, I'm going to be fucking pissed.
Nope, you're right. Damn it. Let's see if I can get this here.
I don't know.
Hold on a second.
Are you getting the pronunciation?
Esther.
Esther.
Yeah,
okay,
you want that slower? Would you like that slower? Okay, here you go.
Esther.
Esther.
Yeah. So
you're a raw trying to pronounce Esther. That contributes to biodiesel. They found that the results material met all but one of the official test standards for biodiesel. That's from 2010. So, and that's from the Associated Press. So, back in 2010, they were figuring out how to make biodiesel from butter.
Wait, you were talking about British people earlier, and damn it, I found it.
Uh-huh.
Let's get some pronunciations.
Oh, cool. This is the British pronunciation time?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, what? Wait, so you're doing what now? Are you just finding random words pronounced by British people?
Yeah. Let's see. Wow. It's rye?
Rye?
Well, it's rye and then tad.
Right, Todd?
It's 2 syllables, R-I and then T-A-A-D. That's
Has
how you pronounce
Boston taken over England or something? You right, Todd?
it. Yeah, that's Todd.
Jesus,
Fucking sea rats coming out here and taking our language.
The sea rats. These winged rats flying around, dude, stealing me crumpets and shit.
Oh, man, it's wicked awesome. We took over Europe.
Yeah, they tried to take us over in the back in the day, and then we came to their harbor and we dumped their tea here. If our harbor's going to be fucked up from tea, their harbor's going to be fucked up from tea, you know? You do realize that the Americans were the ones who ruined their own harbor by throwing tea in it. Nah, they started this shit.
Dude, you know what? And there's no way of knowing this, but I would love to see the actual effect of all those fucking fish that just got introduced like that
To just caffeine.
to caffeine. Like, that area had to be wild, like fish procreating at an unstable amount.
That's
Just
why
gotta
Boston
fuck,
has
gotta
so
fuck,
much
gotta fuck.
clam chowder because they were like the clams got overzealous and started populating faster. That's why New England became so known for their clam chowder.
Yo,
Thanks to
Benjamin, come over here. Man, there's a lot of pearls.
Yeah. Good, I can give them to all those wenches and whores I love to bang. Ben
And
Franklin
thus-
loved whores.
Thus started the ritual of a pearl necklace.
Yeah. You want a pearl necklace? Ben Franklin gives you a pearl necklace. And then a pearl necklace.
A ski ski.
A ski.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, man.
Speaking of skeeting, man, dude, we
Oh,
watched
okay.
a documentary that had probably quite a few people skeeting.
Oh, fuck. Yes, I thank you for bringing this up because I forgot about the old red dog.
Oh, the old Red Dog. I want to go down. It sounds like they make it sound like it's still a place you can go to. And if it is,
It's
I
still
gotta
open.
go.
Yeah, it's still open in old Oklahoma City.
Yeah. Okay, it is still open in Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hopefully,
That's why
they no longer have underage strippers.
Yeah.
That was a central theme, I feel like, throughout this documentary.
Yeah.
And
That chick was 14.
Yeah, this is my problem, and this I kept thinking about like how I shouldn't be watching this documentary after a certain point, but like it's already in the Hulu history, so I'm like, well, I guess if I get
Yeah,
pinned
you're
for this,
flagged, buddy.
Yeah, well, dude, that's the thing, cause like they're like, okay, guys, to give you the premise of what's going on in this whole documentary, right? It's called Red Dog, and it's about this country music star interviewing people who from this famous strip club in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And he's interviewing his mom and her friends from that era when his mom was a stripper there. So they're telling stories about when it was wild
Yeah,
and shit.
but okay, wait. It seems like she kept him fairly sheltered from any of this knowledge.
Which is crazy because he was there all the time, it sounded like, too. Not only did he not know, apparently, but he wasn't, was
It was a
completely
fucking
oblivious.
arcade to him. They took him during the day. They gave him rolls of quarters to go play video games. And then on the fucking screen where they'd normally show, like, the music videos or
I'm not
God
surprised,
knows
really.
what, they're playing cartoons for him during
I feel
the day.
like if you go to a strip club now, you could definitely find that it's a small daycare at the same time. If you go a day shift.
Now coming up on stage, Carol. Don't forget to tip well. She needs to pay her daycare. They've been here since 9 a.m.
Lunch is not free. We are not a public service.
Please donate your local Lunchables to the Counter 2.
Panama.
Donate 10 Lunchables, get a free Bud Light.
Yeah, they're giving drink specials if you bring fucking Lunchables. Bring
If you
3
bring-
bologna sandwiches and you get a half a dance free.
If you bring 5 cans of SpaghettiOs and meatballs, full contact lap dance.
Bring your pop tabs for the donations to the Ronald McDonald's house.
If you bring high C jammers in, ho, you
Yeah.
get the birthday special.
Yeah, dude. But so they they're explaining this whole thing, right? And like it's like he didn't know anything about it apparently until like years later, and his mom finally is spilling the beans.
Yeah,
and so he
once she
decides to make a
opened up,
document.
fuck did she open? She's like,
Yeah.
oh, guess what? I showed my booger.
Yeah, the book, dude. What a hilarious! I'm glad you brought that up. What a hilarious thing to do, dude. They
That's
just like
such a terrible thing. Like, what white garbage is in there going,
Sugar.
I want to see some booger.
you know why? Because every dude wants to pick at a booger. You know, you want to stick your finger up in that booger, give it a little thing. You know.
Oh, fuck. I just love it. She's telling her own kid, like, yeah, you
If
were
you're
able
picking boogers out of there, like I feel like somebody called it that because it was like they picked something out of it one time, and I'm like, you shouldn't have stuck your finger up that. That thing had a cold.
well, and she's telling the story because that was the time she shaved her pubes, right?
Yeah, but I want to. Okay, let me. Do we want to jump all the way to that already? Because that's
Oh, no, we're
hilarious
just
story.
there's a lot there. So let's you go and then I'll jump in.
But okay, so like it's a strip club, and his mom worked there, and they go. That's the setup, and she's explaining how she got there. Now, this is like back in the 1970s, right? It's like late 60s, early 70s, when it starts. I believe is like when they kind of pick up the story, and they're telling this story. And she's like, I was like 14, 15 years old, and I started hanging out there, and I did like the amateur contest, and I won. So I was made money doing that. So then they asked me if I wanted a job. That's why I was like, at 15. And she's like, and she fakes an ID, right? Now that's not on the bar.
She didn't even have to fake it really because they didn't have one.
No, they really didn't have IDs back then. They didn't even fucking pictures on them.
Yeah, it's just like a piece of paper. It's everything about this story's wild.
Yeah, the fact that
And-
like this is how life used to be.
Yeah. So and then also picture this way, because this is all I could think about. They're showing little snippets of the past with all of these people, and all of them are topless.
Yeah,
All
and
of
that's
them.
and they all openly say a lot like, "Oh yeah, when I first started I was like 14, 15."
Yeah, exactly. So
And-
the whole time I'm like, how old? What am I seeing?
That's what I kept thinking the whole time was like, "Wait a minute, they're showing these women naked. How old are these women in this photo?"
There's
The
no
only
way of
reason why
knowing.
they could get away with it is they're from the 1970s, and if you were 14 in the 1970s, you look like you were 30.
Yeah, that giant.
I don't know
fucking
what
muff.
it is about 1970s cameras, but they add 30 years of age.
Well, it's that muff.
No, it's not even the muff, dude. It's just that even in the face. Like, I think it's because people just lived harder back then.
Well,
you saw
they
some
lived
shit
harder.
already.
They just did, and the makeup was shit. Like
That
nowadays, nowadays, dude, you could be a fucking hideous troll monster and makeup just ting. It's like fucking the bibbity bobbity boop of your life.
Bippity boppity boo. Too much makeup makes you look good. Bippity boppity
Exactly.
boo.
Fuck.
Dude, but yeah, then that's where it gets to this one point where like his mom is telling a story about how she moved in with these three dudes, right? Moved in with these guys.
That was
and they
all on the up and up.
Right, yeah. There was no other side stories to that. I was like, yeah, your mom's still holding back a couple of details.
Oh yeah,
She sucked dick to make sure rent was free a couple months.
Yeah,
I
dude,
guarantee it.
I guarantee you they were spit roasting her.
Probably. She was wild, dude. She's like
Oh,
on
yeah.
pills, drinking all the time. She got talked into a couple of
She was
those.
doing the pterodactyl. She was being spit roasted. I mean, there's all sorts of weird shit she just didn't want to bring up.
But like, so like she would run ideas by these guys to be like, hey, what's sexy? What looks good? And like some guy mentioned to her, and this is like the 1970s, right? So he's like, oh, well, you could, or 80s even. At this point, it might be late enough it was in the 80s, but I think it's still the 70s. And one of the guys goes, well, I saw a girl who had a shaved bush one time, and it was super hot or whatever, and she was like, well, she's like, I was like 16,
Yeah,
17.
she said she just got her pubes.
I just got my pubes, so I was like, felt weird about shaving them off, but I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. So she shaves off her pubes, and then she goes, I look like a 12-year-old girl. And I was like, that's because you're fucking 16.
Yeah, it's all fucking weird. And then what she does is she proceeds to bejazzle her vag.
Dude, you know who really wishes they were alive for this documentary? Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, dude, no, he doesn't wish he was alive. 'cause
He was probably there.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, nah, I flew her out twice.
Dude, he probably did. And I guarantee Jeffrey Epstein visited the Red Dog back in the day. He was
Oh,
like,
that was one of his. That was one of his like defenses. Be like, what in the '70s? This was all good. What are you guys complaining about?
What are you talking about? Have you guys been to the Red Dog?
Hey, why are you guys getting weird? Ever since you put pictures on the IDs, you fucked everything up. That's
This is your problem. This is completely normal.
oh man.
Yeah. Dude,
It was
but, like,
Red
and then,
Dog
like,
Island.
the fact that like the manager would take just girls out on their boat, and like then they had like the projector that just had like pictures going on like the wall just of random girls from their day at the beach.
Now it's funny you mentioned that because the owner was taking out and just banging all these strippers, just all of them. And my favorite thing is they have his son, the current owner, trying to act like his dad is a fucking patron saint. Just, hey, you know, my dad used to just love going out on boats with people. It was good, wholesome family time.
Yeah, we never did, like, outside of the Red Dog, he didn't do anything shady, you know?
He didn't
we
do
went
anything.
to church. We just didn't talk about the business. I was like, what are you, in the fucking mob?
Dude, and then he said this little line, and I don't know if you caught it. You know, yeah, he used to send us off to our aunt and uncles a lot while he went and had these big parties.
Yeah, he was having key parties, fucking
Just doing
people.
blow everywhere and come back to
I
it
just
to clean
realized
up.
key party has a two-meaning word to it. It can mean you're also
Yes,
doing
it does.
blow
I was gonna say-
and fucking your people's wives.
They were just fucking everybody. It was crazy to hear these stories. The bouncer's nickname's Tiny, which, of course, that seems cliche that he's named Tiny for his dick.
Yeah, it does. I know, like, what's funny is the story that happened to him is very similar to what happened to a guy in our high school. Like, they were at the Lake Manawa, and somebody pantsed him after he came out of the water, and his dick was all shriveled up from being in the water. And people called him Smalls today. I remember I saw him at a bar like 4 or 5 years ago. Like, you know, we were in college at this point, and he was back. And he goes, "Hey, Wade, what's up?" And he's one of these guys who always thought he was too cool for school kind of thing, you know? He was like a decently popular guy.
That was your guys' gut check to him? To,
Oh,
like,
yeah, no, I
welcome
was
to reality?
dude, I'm telling you, I was like 20. I'm 22. This is years later, because I think that happened in middle school, but you don't get rid of that. And I was just like, while I'm in the bar, I go, "So, what's up, Smalls?"
He's got to explain to everybody, no, I was little.
He brought his girlfriend back, I think he was with, who was like, he met out in Colorado. I was like, yeah, you probably do have to. You can't really date anybody from our hometown after that. Or, like, seriously after that. Well, you could, but yeah.
You got to run up to his girlfriend and be like, so, you definitely use a vibe, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but it was, so when he said that, I was like, that's believable. It's just funny how, like, in order to, like, deal with how Tiny in this documentary had to deal with, he's like, I just knocked anybody else who called me little or Tiny Dick or Tiny Peter or whatever the fuck they called him.
Yeah.
Anytime they use the full thing, he's like, you can call me Tiny, but you just knocked out anybody else who added anything to the end of it. That dude's a bad motherfucker, though. Like, you don't just talk about killing people in Vietnam, like, casually like that without actually killing people in Vietnam.
Yeah. Well, and that whole thing is wild. Speaking of killing, there's a time where they're talking about and they're going out and partying with the owner.
Yeah.
And they're driving in this Bronco, and they're all just fucking smoking hydroponic weed. Apparently it was fucking just
Back then, that had to have been, like, the craziest fucking weed ever.
So they were getting high as a giraffe's ass, just fucking to the moon, let's go. And apparently this dude falls back, starts like, and he had a seizure. They didn't know it.
Yeah,
so
they
the
thought he
guy's
was
having a
ODing.
fucking seizure. The owner driving the truck pulls by a dumpster and goes, we got to dump him.
Yep.
He's not dying in here.
Nope, get him out. We are not
They were
dealing
gonna
with
throw
this.
him in the fucking dumpster. Like, how wild was this?
Yeah, Nathan. Well, you do what you did back in the 70s. You know, somebody was ODing, you dropped him off, you went and did a bunch of oxys, and you did Quaaludes, and you just forgot about it.
That's the thing. When they mentioned that, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
they were just like, oh,
Quaaludes were
damn,
like-
I love Quaaludes.
I didn't realize, like, how fucking crazy Quaaludes were, like, until, like, Wolf of Wall Street. And then, like, you start hearing about, like, when you watch movies that are older and they talk about Quaaludes. Like, Quaaludes were just everywhere. They were, like, the
Apparently, yeah.
Oxycontin of, like, the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, Quaaludes sound like weed now, where it's just like, nah, you go. Depends on what state you're at, you can get it.
Yeah, well, you can't get them anymore. They don't make them anymore.
Yeah, Quaaludes, no. But I'm just saying, in comparison.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, like it was so readily available.
Yeah, like everybody seemingly had them. That's like the people with Percocets now. Because
Percocet.
everybody I've ever seen that had Percocets that's under the age of 40, they don't fucking need them, but
No.
they got them.
I've never seen anybody have Percocet. I don't even know. If
Oh,
I've ever
dude,
seen
yeah.
Percocet.
I had
Is it because that's like one of those heavily prescribed ones where if you have like
Yeah.
a surgery, right?
my friend got one, and it was 2 milligrams, and that will put you on your fucking ass.
Yeah, I don't. Dude, pills are fucking weird, dude.
Dude, yeah, there's too many pills. All of them are fucking bananas.
They shouldn't be. Pills are fucking shouldn't be around.
Oh, dude, that's like fucking Adderall and shit like that.
Never done any of those.
Oh. Yeah, I've taken Adderall, and
That seems
That-
just like awful. You're just doing speed.
it's hey, let's cram for a test, like college and shit like that, and it's like, well, I don't fucking need sleep. Hey, I can drink a lot more right now.
Right. You know what
Yeah,
else you
that-
could do
it
while
didn't lead to
you're
good things.
while you're on an Adderall or on speed? You could definitely get a prison tattoo like all those people were doing.
Dude, that fucking shitty butterfly shit.
Dude, yeah, but like also how crazy is it like the fact that like at one point in the United States like tattooing was illegal. Like body modification shit like that.
Well, that was in
illegal.
Oklahoma, dude. I mean,
Yeah, but like even then, like that blows my mind. Like the fact that you can't get a tattoo in Oklahoma is kind of crazy. It's weird to me because like even our grandpas had tattoos, and like
speaking of which, I bet our grandpa went to the Red Dog.
probably, oh, yeah, one of our grandpas for sure,
Yes.
had been to the Red Dog,
100%.
100%. Now, when I die and I see him, when I get to see him again. When I run,
So how was the Red Dog?
I'm gonna be like, how was the Red Dog? Oh shit! We can go up to a replica right over here. 14-year girls and everything. Whoa,
Hey,
Grandpa,
man.
shit!
He's like, hell, I'll tell you what. This one time I went, this girl fucking had jewels on her vag.
Yeah, Jules, she bedazzled her goddamn pussy.
She was showing me booger. They
Look.
weren't supposed to.
Looked like a goddamn shiny fish down on her cooter.
Like, that stuff is all fucking wild. That whole show is just like, what the fuck were like the 70s and early 80s? Because it was like no man's land.
Right. Well, and it's funny because I can't. I can wait, but it'll be interesting when documentaries about like the 90s and 2000s comes out. There's a little more documentation, obviously, but there's definitely shit that you've kept off the books. So it'll be interesting to see like when those kind of come out because that's what'll be weird. What'll be weird
Yeah.
is like when a documentary comes out like and it's just all like, and I know there have been ones where it's like all Facebook stuff, basically showing stuff from Facebook and how they connected things.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they're going to have a documentary about porn habits of people that are just
that's gonna
scoping
happen.
in through their fucking camera, and you just see a guy leaning over like,
That's the funny part is like people are like, if you want to watch porn on your laptop, cover up that camera. I was like, but nobody covers the camera up on their fucking cell phone. I guarantee you that.
no, because your dick looks like the Eiffel Tower from the way you're hanging.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
like holding it down, like, look at that. My dick's bigger than my body.
And what if like all the governments like watching that when like all that shit happens and they're recording that? Like even if you covered up the front camera where you're watching it, they flip it to the back so they're just getting the mirror.
They're getting the mirror, or they're just watching your fucking toes curl.
yeah.
You know, that
cramp. Oh god, potassium. I need potassium. My foot's cramping.
oh shit! Your legs
Cramped so
get
hard, I cramped.
Dude, I forget when I was oh fuck! You remember when we were up in Kings Court and we had the basement computer with AOL?
Oh
next to
yeah,
it?
dude. Yeah.
Dude, I remember just J and my D just fucking so hard, and my fucking legs locked up. This is like one of the last times I was like sit down and do it because I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't fucking move my legs.
Yeah. That sounds awful. I've had
Oh,
where
yeah.
my hips cramped up, like in the middle of a
What?
JO session. Yeah, just my
What are you
hip. Just
doing,
like,
a fucking
"God!"
yoga pose?
Yeah, I don't know what pose. I can't remember. I couldn't tell you what pose I was in, but I just know my hip was like but fuck, no, damn it. And what's like you know what to do if your foot like cramps, like you like or your calf cramps. You know, you just kind of gotta like do a calf raise and you can get to go away for it. You can't stop a hip cramp. There is no position you can put your leg in that's gonna make that stop. You're just
like I'm just picturing you doing this, like yes, no, Shakira, the hips don't lie.
Yeah, the hips were lying there. The hips were locked in.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It locked in so hard, I had a fucking kung fu grip on my dick, too. I was like, if someone walks in right now, I can't get out of this position. There is no scrambling.
You're just jacking
Very
off,
vulnerable.
and it feels like jacking off, and fucking Kurt Angle locks up your ankle.
Yeah, he's doing the ankle lock.
God damn it.
No.
Oh.
My body put itself on the walls of Jericho when I was mid-jerk.
Fuck.
Ah!
Oh, man, now I got in, like, the figure 4 leg lock. All that shit's weird, how that even happens. But, oh, man, that was a great fucking documentary.
Yeah, dude. It's very... It's weird because, like, you know that stuff happened for sure. Like, but then when you hear people sit down and talk about it, it's also a weird documentary because all you're doing is listening to people go, "Yeah, I partied." That's what was also weird about it. I was like, why am I watching a fucking documentary about like when I could go to a local bar and probably hear these exact same stories? That's the crazy thing.
Or you're watching this and you're like, damn, this woman chain smokes inside and outside. What's up?
What's up?
Like.
Yeah.
That's constantly like she had to go through like 6 packs.
Yeah, I mean, fuck
like
it.
You see her put one out. It's like, oh, okay, you need me to talk? I can't talk if I don't have a smoke.
Yeah, I mean, also at the same time, like the way she lived at that point, you're just like, I mean, she did every drug in the fucking book, every combination of drugs, and you lived through that. I mean, you're pretty much invincible. I'm pretty sure if you just do. There's something that happens to your body. If you do like a copious amount of different drugs and just get fucked up super early, like your body somehow, like, yeah, your body's fucked up and you look bad on the outside for sure, but like your insides just are like, yeah, nope, it's fine. Like you can just smoke cigarettes. You'll still have a painful death at the end, but you'll live a lot longer for some reason. Look at Keith Richards, man.
Oh, he's still going. He's probably still doing some. He's like, you know what? I quit heroin, except for those 2 weeks every year.
Except for those 2 weeks, just to get myself back on track.
That's right. Every there's 2 weeks out of the year, he's like, yeah, I still got it.
And he just blasts off and goes into a deep, deep hole.
And then he makes his new music.
Yeah, and we all thank him for his contribution to society.
Thank you for your service, Keith Richards.
No problem, I swear it's my pleasure. Huh?
He's going to be the guy that just nods off mid-conversation. He's got an acceptance speech for lifetime achievement, and he's just, fuck, where am I?
He's just always like when he gets in that mindset, he's just always like air guitaring, and people are like, put a guitar in his hand and get a recorder now. Like so, they just like slide one in. It's like this is gold. Just
he's the fucking guy. He's Marty McFly with a guy with a phone next to him.
Yeah.
Now hear this,
dude. Well, that's what's crazy. Like I remember hearing Steven Tyler talking about Aerosmith. Who was the lead guitarist from the Who is that? Keith Richards?
I don't know. Lenny Dykstra. I fucking don't know.
Aerosmith guitarist. I can't remember his name. I'm probably talking about him right now. Aerosmith guitarist. Here we go. Joe Perry. So like Steven Tyler's telling a story about like him and Joe Perry, like when they first started Aerosmith, he would just like Joe Perry and him would be so blasted off fucking heroin that like the first few times they were doing it, like they thought they came up with good stuff, but they couldn't remember anything. So they bought a tape recorder just to record whatever they were doing because Joe Perry would be so fucked up on heroin playing the guitar, he couldn't remember what he was doing. But he'd listen back to it and know what he played, and that's how they found fucking melodies and shit.
I mean, whatever works.
Isn't that crazy, though? You just use heroin as a fucking performance-enhancing drug.
Well, they always say. Speaking of that, performance-enhancing drugs, do you watch that 30 for 30 yesterday on Sosa and McGuire?
No, was there one?
Yeah, they put out a 30 for 30 for Sosa and McGuire, and holy fuck, they only spent 15 minutes to cover the PEDs. The rest of it was like, hey guys, remember when the MLB was fun?
When people just jacked home runs?
You guys remember when Sammy Sosa hit that home run, ran up, grabbed a miniature fucking flag, and ran around the bases soaked in the flag? He's like, Lance Armstrong's doing it. I can do it too. And he has a little itty bitty miniature fucking flag he's running around with. And he was jacked.
Yeah, dude. Sammy Sosa was gigantic. See, that's the funny thing. Everybody forget, I think people forget how big Sammy Sosa was because, Mark McGuire was he looked like Hulk Hogan swinging a bat.
He was so big.
He was gigantic. And then, Sammy
so
Sosa
big.
was just as big, but for some reason, we just kind of looked past him and we're like, Sammy's probably, but he was totally on steroids when you just get you're just like, Jesus fuck, dude.
Yeah, no, both of them were giant. They fucking did all that crap. They showed this part and they didn't even focus really on it, but where McGuire's giving that speech and there's 6 fucking androgen bottles right behind him, right in the open. Fuck it.
So funny. It's so funny now because it's just nobody, the fact that they only spent 15 minutes on it shows that actually nobody gives a shit.
Nobody gives a fuck. They're like, yeah, baseball was fucking dope right there. Everybody was having fun.
Baseball is dope.
Well, it's great, though, that they have all that going on. And then they show, a couple things. They didn't show the cowboy hat wearing Sam Sosa, but they did show Sammy Sosa and what I could pronounce, I guess, is a lighter. He wasn't, man, you'd have to look up the cowboy hat.
Oh, the vitiligo?
Yeah.
Sammy Sosa?
It's just wait, what? So he's in the middle because, but
gotcha.
It's just crazy. He's
That's a
become
thing.
more Sammy Sosa since I showed you he was Sam Sosa.
Oh, cowboy. Oh, I typed in cowboy. The first thing that popped up was Cowboy Troy, American rapper.
No. Cowboy Sam Sosa.
Sammy Sosa. There it is. There it is. Cowboy Sammy Sosa.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. This was a thing? Why was he wearing a cowboy hat and dressed like this?
I don't know.
Looks like he was in a dance competition. Good for you, Sammy. Trying to get them feet going.
Yeah, he probably was with Cowboy Troy and Big and Rich.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's hard to get around in a 6-foot town. Oh, my God. This might be the greatest photo ever of Sammy Sosa. Oh, my God. I'm sending this to you.
Okay,
right now.
let's send that bad boy. Is it the toga?
No, dude. Well, no, we've discussed the toga in very, very to length. This is just fantastic, though. There you go.
Okay.
Enjoy.
What a
yeah,
dapper.
Sammy Sosa just dabbing it up hard in
What
London.
a dapper son of a bitch.
He's just dabbing. He's just, bam, Sammy Sosa. I did PEDs. Bam, I changed baseball. Bam.
He also looks like he's from Mission Impossible because he changed his face.
Yeah. He was in Face Off.
But that dude crushed. Didn't he fucking surpass McGuire for home runs?
All time?
Yeah.
Maybe.
But
I don't know. I'd have to look that up.
It's such an interesting thing to look back at that because Sammy Sosa was just killing it in Chicago.
Oh yeah, dude. He was the only thing they had going for him.
That's right. Yeah, because that was a bad team.
Oh, dude, they were awful.
But he just dropping fucking bombs.
Yeah, no, dude, he turned fucking that baseball park into his fucking stomping grounds.
Yeah. No, it was a fucking awesome thing, dude. Sammy Sosa was I don't know. I feel like he was more prolific in that regard of a fucking phenomenal player. But man, it was just fun to watch again because baseball, well, it's non-existent now.
Yeah, and you're right. Sosa did have more home runs career than McGuire. He had 609, whereas Mark McGuire had 538.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah,
It's
I'll have to
crazy.
watch that. If that came out last night, I was too busy watching WWE. Going, what
Was
the
it
fuck am
worth
I
it?
watching?
Oh, dude, they're in deep shit, man. Everybody's leaving that company.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I watch AEW a lot more. Like, I only watched it because, like Sam texted me, was like, yo, you watching this match tonight? And I was like, yeah, I guess I'll tune in. And I had nothing else to do, so I was like, fuck it, I'll watch it and check it out. And surprise, surprise, the greatest match ever was definitely not the greatest match ever.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise it. What about the whole AEW got Mike Tyson?
Yeah, I know. Like, well, that's not even that big of a fucking deal. Who cares, really, at that
Dude, Mike
point?
Tyson, now that he's training again, yeah, he could fuck up everybody there.
Yeah, no, well, of course he could. He could actually knock anybody out in that fucking place. Like, it's Mike Tyson, dude. He's the scariest person ever. But, like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, he's done his shit with WWE before. I mean, it's not like it's nothing new that Mike Tyson got involved in the showmanship of wrestling, which is cool. It's just like, I don't know. Dude, it's weird because a lot of the, like, at least AEW is using him in a different way. That's for sure what's nice. I actually just recently watched that pay-per-view where he was the referee and helped Stone Cold Steve Austin win.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he did that shit.
He was supposed to be with DX, like on Team DX, and then he like double-crossed them and like helped Steve Austin beat Shawn Michaels for the title.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's when Vince McMahon tries to make corporate Austin, but he ain't having it.
Yeah, that was a fucking great time, though.
Oh, yeah, dude. Dude, it's great. I should give you my fucking WWE password so you can like watch those old Raws. They're great. They are
That's
so
probably
great.
all I do.
And
yeah.
Somewhat racist sometimes. It's like,
yeah, I was
going to
say, I'll go back and watch the definitely misogynistic, racist versions of those shows.
Dude, it's crazy. Although, still to this day, one of my favorite factions of all time, the Nation of Domination.
Nation of Domination was fucking great.
God, they're great. I tried to find a goddamn shirt for them because, like, they have all these DX shirts and all that shit. No fucking Nation of Domination shirts. I was like, are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah, because it was Farouk and Bradshaw.
Yep. And then Rocky took over.
I didn't like when The Rock got in there.
No, well, yeah, like, it was weird, but, like, it was to help solidify his heel turn because he, like, destroyed the Nation of Domination.
Yeah. But, the Nation of Domination was fucking great.
Dude, that fucking entrance song is so badass.
We are the Nation of Domination.
Yeah, dude,
and that
so
bass
cool.
drop.
So cool.
It was great.
Yeah.
It's good times. You know what else is good times?
Punninggame.com?
That's fucking right, man. We got our own miniature Nation of Domination. Not near as cool as the original, but we got one.
And not
we're
near
dominating.
as black. Not even anywhere close. Almost on the exact opposite spectrum.
We're on a different spectrum, but don't worry. We support it.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, and you can support us. Monday through Friday, we got shit coming to you on punninggame.com, on iTunes, on wherever the fuck you're listening to currently. We got you. Monday through Friday, we got content, and we got some kick-ass shit for you to wear.
That's right. You want to go to the Punning Game shop at punninggame.com where you can get yourself a t-shirt, some fucking hoodies. Who knows? Maybe some other things coming down the line if I ever decide to make more stuff. But you can find stuff for all the different shows on the network. Also got exciting news, guys. Matt Lamb will be returning with a new, different kind of version of his podcast, so get ready for that. That's on the horizon. I just wanted to make a shout out to that. But don't forget to check out the website, shop, the Punning Game shop, where you can get free shipping if you use promo code WGF at checkout. That's promo code WGAF for free shipping. And like I said, be on the lookout for that. Check us out on YouTube, Comic Wade Taylor, where you can find the video version of this podcast, my stand-up, my video for my other podcast, Not Worth the Time. So check out all that stuff. Follow Punning Game on Twitter, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Wade Taylor _WGAF. All those links are in the description down below, guys.
All of them.
All of them.
Well, you fucking Ruz, I think we're going to call it tonight. So from your favorite Rees, we out.
Welcome to the Red Dog AM radio show. Get your coochie bedazzled.
Who is it?